Okay, here we go. We're live once again with a take two. Take two of the live stream. Copyright shenanigan issues on take one. Let me see if we get any, chat homies in here and confirm that, I'm not straight up blacklisted. We're going to see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got the chat active. We're live. We're connected. What up, Art Chemist? 36 Chambers. Okay. Yo, here's what I got to say about what I'm wondering about that is how do people do reaction? Because I see a lot of people that do like reaction videos to music, and I've thought about doing that before, of doing like a reaction video to certain songs, but I mean, what's the deal? How do they do it? I don't understand how it works. If I got to grease someone's palm, just like when I got banned for 6 months, I had to. It was because I showed a footage of a old WWF tape. But I know one guy who live streams full WWF events, like 2 hours long, and he doesn't have any issues. So I don't know. I try to like talk over it, but Anyway, it's all good. No biggie. I was just trying to put you guys onto this cool new album that I found. And let me still show you. This is what I got, struck for. Was I was playing this album from Jessie Ware. And I was playing the song Ooh La La. Apparently Jessie Ware's got, the copyright algorithm on your boy's ass. It's an album that came out this year, a couple months ago, so it's new, but it's got a real like 80s R&B, almost disco vibe to it, and I think it's pretty cool. So, what up, Chemist, 36 Chambers, D, Rizzle, NYC. NYC did warn me. He's like, yo, chill with the copyright. But sometimes I get away with it. That's why I like to tempt the gods. Aaron, JP, Ruben Guzman was waiting in line for someone's signature. Steve Cardenas? I don't know who that is. What up, Puff? Yeah, they gave me the hammer, dude. Mag Musings, House Till the End, Two Gun Pedro. What up? Chris Barrett. As long as you're reacting to the song while it's playing. See, I don't know about that. Here we go. He got Blitz on IG posting hip-hop videos today. Killed my interest on posting. Does Blitz mean that they shut it down? He says it's a comic channel. Give up on the music. You know what I'm saying? Introduce. I'm just trying to like bring the heat when we start. Hero and the Kid. Good to see you. Better Ray Jim. Stone Cold. Good to see you guys. All right, man. Let's get to this A-OK. Well, first, let me show you one book that I got, because I don't think I'm going to go through the flea market haul. I still want to kind of go through it and rebag and board it and stuff. And plus, I got other stuff to show you. But one book I wanted to get some feedback on. Which is this one. Let's see. Kavi says, Facebook owns Instagram, and they are rolling out official music videos that are being monetized. So they're going to be cracking down more, no doubt. Yeah, I know, Kavi. Hobby. whatever. We're not gonna get it. We know it's bullshit. What are you gonna do? My question is about this book, Tomahawk, number 116. Okay, Tomahawk 116. And it is a Neil Adams cover. Okay. Now, according to, because this guy at the flea market, the way he price checks his books, one thing I like about him is he doesn't go to eBay. He's old school. He doesn't do eBay. And when I bring certain books to him, he goes, okay, hang on a second. And he busts out his price guide, right? He busts out his price guide. And you know how the Overstreet price guide also has keynotes in it. And in the Overstreet price guide, it says, this is the first Neil Adams cover. But I noticed, other than that Overstreet price guide, I had a hard time finding another source about that. Like Mr. Key Collector app doesn't acknowledge this as first cover. He just says this book is on it, but it says Neil Adams cover. So, and I tried like kind of Googling. This is 1968, and you don't really see Neil Adams covers prior to 68, I don't think. So, just wondering if any of you guys had some feedback on that. I think this is a first Neil Adams cover. So says the Overstreet price guide. I mean, that's pretty authoritative. So, just throwing that out there. D-Ron gets $5 every time you report me for copyright violation. Oh, thanks. All it takes for a band to copyright is one member to complain. Yeah, I mean, but it's an algorithm that's doing it. You know, no one in real time reported my stream. I was only 2 minutes into my stream. I mean, I don't think. It's just an algorithm. You know, if you chop and screw it, then you're messing with, the way I pictured it anyway, there's an algorithm always screening your videos, and all music is on a digital level is sound waves. So if your sound waves of your audio jives with the copyright bot, bang, you get hit. So that's why I try to like talk over it and say, yo, what up? And don't let it go for long stretches with just playing the song. So they don't think that I have a channel that's just, because I understand, like if you had a channel that's just playing the music, playing other people's music, and then monetizing it or whatever, I can see, I get it. But, you know, if you're talking over it and you're doing a review of it, you know, I don't think that that's taking money out of any artist's pocket or anything like that. It should be fair play, I think. They should give you like, you know, at least let you play a snippet of the music. Whatever. And my channel's not even monetized. I know I can do it, but I haven't flipped the switch. Yeah, see, Kavi knows. It's called audio fingerprinting. Yeah, but Kavi, how would they know, though? I was talking in the beginning. They couldn't know in real time what the purpose of my video is. It needs to be in the title, metadata, and you have to be talking over it significantly. Yeah, probably stopping it and playing it. No, I get it. It just feels like they dropped the hammer really fast, you know? And you can't do it live. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I'll definitely defer to Kavi's knowledge on that, since I know he's in the game of music, so I'm sure you have a good handle on it. Let's get to the AOK, shall we? What's up, J Hood? Creative, my man. We got an AOK here from, like the title says, Magic Lasso. And unfortunately, the timing didn't work out. Lasso said he has some company coming over and he couldn't be here, but I hope you enjoy the replay. Mr. Lasso, I appreciate this package. You know what I'm saying? I think there's going to be... Oh, there's already something so cool on the top. I think he's going to help me finish my Vigilante run, because we were talking about that. Because that's a run that I like to complete, 1 through 50. And I got like 23 and up in like number 1. And he like bought a collection recently. And he was like, hey, what Vigilante numbers do you need? So I told him. He's like, all right, cool. I'm going to put something together for you. So we'll see how that goes. We will see. Yo, Thunderhouse, good to see you, man. Jojo, what up, my dear? Good to see you in the chat. 36, I think I said what up to my boy 36. All right, guys, let's get into, and like the title suggested, man, A-OK from Magic Lasso and Bruce Timm stuff. So I left it vague, but I think it's going to be fun. You know what I'm saying? Okay, first, let me just show you. Look at this. There is a golden Magic Lasso in wrapping up the books, y'all. I mean, this is the level in which Ryan Lasso is starting this off. Pretty cool. Great packaging, you know what I'm saying? Let's undo the lasso. We're going to undo the golden Magic Lasso. What up, Jambo? Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at that, dude. It's like a printed piece of paper version of Lasso's cheerlead hype chant that always begins the in 84 stream. That's pretty dope. What up, Remo? Let's see. I don't think he'll mind me reading it. At the top it says 84, 84. Love it when it's 84 time. Kenny, it's 84 time. It's 84 time. Time to write to 84. Oh, man. He's excited to get to be able to, let's see, let me know how much he enjoys the content and the friendship. Yeah, man, I shoot the shit with Lasso a lot. So I'm happy to see this. What up, Venom? I didn't even see you earlier in the thing. Shout out to GP Venom. I like your thumbnail pic. Let me know what GP stands for too, man. What's GP Venom about? What the heck? Silver Age Dave is swimming in listening. That's the first. I've heard people be like, hey, I'm on the treadmill listening. I'm driving. I'm jogging. But Silver Age Dave is swimming in listening. Incredible. Hope you got waterproof earbuds on, my man. Yo, Bill, Mag Musings. Good to see you, bro. You know, saying he appreciates the art. He says the art, you know, the art is, my creativity shines, and he's drawn to it, and he put quotes. I like the punnery. He does own 2 84 pieces, a Jubilee cover, and then I made him a, you know, little custom cheetah, Wonder Woman villain cheetah. Yep. The Lasso put in a fantastic Elseworlds contest entry. And I did have kind things to say about it because it was great. He said, thanks, man. That was a confidence booster for my writing. Maybe something we can collaborate. Hell yeah. Eclectic taste in books. Thank you. Here's some books that he's sending my way that he thinks I'll want. He tried his best. He's been brainstorming for a while on what to send. He hopes you enjoy. Stay awesome. You are the main man, he said. Thanks, dude. Fantastic note from Lasso. Damn, that's cool. It's one of the coolest notes I've gotten. I gotta say, I gotta keep it real. That's pretty damn cool, man. Very creative. This is the back, which would mean this is the front. All right, let's get to it. Oh yeah, here we go. We got some vigilante action. Vigilante number 2. Oh shit, dude! I think he's gonna hit me with a chunk of some vigilantes. Ooh, I never seen this one. Vigilante number 3. We're squaring off against Cyborg. Yeah, I've definitely gotten great notes over the couple of years. Miss Elizabeth did send me a great note, even though it did have like a hostage vibe to it. It was still pretty cool. Oh, Super Russ says he saw the playback of Isle of the 90s this morning. I also saw a replay of that. Boom. Number 4. I maintain, that Vigilante has some of the most just like dynamic and creative covers. Like none of the covers there are like standard run of the mill, straight on poses, action shots. There's always something creative going on. Like this next one is a perfect example. Look at that. Look at Vigilante number 4, right? No, number 5. Just like, you know what I'm saying? They move the title dress to the middle of the book. You get an overarching camera angle. Like, man. Like, really some of the best covers to come out of DC in all of the 80s is Vigilante. Fatality. Finish him. I think this was before Mortal Kombat. It says Fatality on the cover. And with the blood tubes going like up and out towards the foregrounds, that's pretty freaking ill. Pretty ill. Number 7. Look at that. Again, him inside of an exclamation point. It's outside the box. Shit, man. Jay Hood says he met Keith Pollard. Nice. I gotta look into more of his stuff, I think, Jay Hood. Do you know any other titles that he did like artwork for, specifically cover art for? Because, man, he just has got a knack for dope covers. Oh, shit. Number 8. Bam. The return of the Electrocutioner. Got him right in the spotlight. And look at that. 1984. 1984, baby. Very cool. Babality. Maybe I should use that as a... Should I use that as like a pickup line for, you know what I'm saying? The gals be like, yo, you're an official, you're a babality. Should I try that? We'll see. So I think I'm about to fire up, a Tinder account. I've never done that before. But, if you guys got any tips on how to be successful on Tinder, you let your boy know. I'm thinking maybe say babality a few times and try that. Number 9, the Electrocutioner again. Very dynamic. Fire escape action. Dope. Okay, we got some more Pollard info. He did a run on Green Lantern and Thor. He was a workhorse in the 80s. Okay. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. Vigilante on a motorcycle, bro. shooting fucking missiles out of his motorcycle. JJ is dead, and someone's gonna pay. Bam. Hold on. We're getting some Tinder feedback. Let's see. Make sure to put a picture of your bank account balance in there. Donned out of Tinder tips. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how impressive it would be. Okay, Mrs. Remo says, don't use the babality line. Okay, fair enough. I think a good opening line is to say, hey, what's up, girl? I got a YouTube comic book channel, so there's that. I think that's a good way to break the ice. I go on live shows on the internet and discuss comic books. Know what I mean? So, Sex Panther cologne. Yeah, little Anchorman. Yep, 70% of the time works every time. What up, Gretzky? Okay, next. Number 11. Boom. Going through like lasers, you know what I mean? Again, wild creative covers. If you lead with some in-person comic halls, all the hotties will flock to you. 1,000 subs. Best pickup line. I dreamt you walked out of my life. Best dream ever. That doesn't sound. That sounds like an insult to them. Next up, I think I think he really hit me with a good chunk of these freaking vigilantes, man. Vigilante number 12 with the skull hand, yanking at the throat, this coming out of a book of some kind. Pretty ill. Murder in the Skies, number 13. Fire. Oh snap. Oh snap. Oh snap. Oh snap. Oh snap. Okay, good. I don't have these next two books, and I've been wanting them. Bill Sienkiewicz, Dazzler artwork. Two of them. Boom. Those are awesome. I've always kind of had my eye on those. Oh, hold up. Breaking news. Kavi's on Hero and the Kid. We'll see. Oh, who is on your Sunday sit down today, Hero and the Kid? I don't think I know. And look at this book on the bottom. Got some Tales of Suspense. Tales of Suspense. Goodness. Is this Kirby? I'm not sure. It looks like Kirby. The Super Adaptoid. Courtesy of my boy, Magic Lasso. And Lasso, don't think that I didn't notice that this is issue number 84. Dude, I definitely picked up on that. Issue 84 of Tales of Suspense, dude. Home run package. Home run A-OK. From Mr. Lasso. And if you missed it at the beginning, the books were wrapped in a Magic Lasso. Very cool. Damn, you killed that, Lasso. That was a very nice collection of books. Appreciate it. My green drink. You know it's healthy if it's green like that, you know. What up, Simeon, dude? First appearance of the Super Adaptoid. No snacks. No snacks in there. Lasso is a class act, agreed. Yeah, me and D-Rung had talked about this idea, and I think it's fantastic. D-Rung switching the theme of his channel to deal exclusively in leaked information, rumors, and drama in the comic book community. You know what's the funny thing is? If someone actually committed to that, to just devote their channel to coverage on community hearsay, drama, and news, that shit would be a hit. That's for sure. It would be a hit. It'd be one of those guilty pleasure type shows that everyone would want to watch. Let me just open this. What do we have here? I don't know who that is. See, maybe someone watched my video, but I just got some random ass message on IG with 0 posts, 0 followers. Look at this. Howdy, heart emoji. Who's trying to slide into my DMs with 0 followers, 0 everything? Shenanigans is what I think. Yeah, TMZ. Oh, maybe we got the idea. DMZ, like you have DGC, DEE, GC, DMC. Yes, Puff, I'm gonna delete it for sure. Because the one person that they follow, it's so weird. The one person that this person follows is Saram Lankadasari. So I don't know, man. Is it him incognito? I'm just gonna delete it, bro. I don't want, you know what I'm saying, nothing to do with that. Erase that? Yeah, I erased it. Just be yourself. Oh yeah, I'm always myself, man. You get the genuine article right here. Yeah, DMZ, I think it does stand for Demilitarized Zone in North Korea. Okay, so that's the Magic Lasso AOK portion of this program. Next part. Well, let me just circle back to this. Just now that there's more eyeballs in here. If anyone can confirm that, I think this is the first cover artwork of Neil Adams. That's what the what's the name of it? Overstreet Price Guide said. I couldn't find any additional info, but I'm pretty sure that this is 1968. Tomahawk. Okay. All right, Bruce Timm action. So I have 2 things to show you when it comes to this Bruce Timm action. Oh, I meant to get another book. Oh well, we'll just roll with it. So I'm eating a little bit of crow. All right. I mean, yes and no. Like, I've been kind of anti signed covers. Not anti is too strong of a word. But I've always like, yo, man, signed books are not really for me. I think that they are a little overpriced. And a lot of times I'm like, yo, you're ruining the book with this guy writing his name on it. But I've come to the conclusion that I think I would like a row of signed slabs on my wall that's like all SIGs of like some of my favorite artists, right? And so far I have Darwin Cook, my Spirit #1 Darwin Cook gold label. I've got the Steranko, Foom 3, Foom 2, that Hulk Steranko cover. So I got a Steranko. So I'm thinking of, you know what I'm saying, accumulating like maybe five or six signed slabs of books. And one that I was thinking of getting was, I think I found the counterpart book to the book that JoJo sent me of the Speedy is a Junkie book slab, and it's the issue because I think that's 68, and the book after it, 69. I don't know if it's 69 or not, but the book after it is the one that has the big hypodermic needle on it, and it's a bunch of floating heads on the cover, and it's cool. You know, and it's part 2 of that book, and it's signed by Neil Adams. I think that might be the Neil Adams one I go for, and it was pretty short money too. So that's what I might do for Neil Adams, and shout out to you again, JoJo, for that fantastic book. And I'm thinking of having that be like a nice counter, not counter, a nice, what's the word I'm searching for? A nice book to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Okay, so what up, John? So anyway, in saying that, one of the guys that I wanted to add to that I would even consider getting a signed book slab of one of my favorite artists is Bruce Timm, okay? Counterpart, yes, that was the word I was looking for, counterpart. Oh, complementary piece, yes. Yeah, there's a couple of C words that really fit in nice and snug in that. So, I already unboxed it, so I'm just going to show you. I got myself this Batman Mask of the Phantasm signed Bruce Timm book. Pow! At a respectable 9.6, you know what I mean? I'm gassed to add this to the, Batman collection. The Batman animated series is some definitive Batman content. This movie is one of the best Batman movies. And this cover is amazing. Great example of Bruce Timm fire. And that's the new edition. Boom. Boom. Yeah, it's bare mint. What up, Alex? Tomahawk 116. See, Strange Adventures Deadman books came out in 67. Yeah, I don't know, man. I saw it with my own eyes when he showed me in the Overstreet price guide. It said Tomahawk 116 dash first Neil Adams cover. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, D, I saw you show that yesterday on the aisle of the 90s. Yep, you got your Conroy. I got my Bruce Timm. And speaking of Bruce Timm, I was gonna show you something. And perhaps for people that maybe if you don't have a big appreciation for Bruce Timm, maybe I could just put you on to a little bit of info and work by our man Bruce Timm. Because one thing that I feel like people think of with Bruce Timm is, oh, he just does that cartoony stuff. And almost like it's not high level. I would disagree. These books are cool too. Modern Masters. This is volume 3. They have a book for a lot of like comic artists, and the whole thing is like an interview with the artist about different like parts of their career. So there's a nice Bride of Frankenstein. Yeah, he does have um, a couple sketchbooks that is, yeah, a lot of like female form nudity, and I think that's just because he really has a good handle of the female. He has like a real distinct Bruce Timm style of female, and I love it. It's like that pin-up 1950s style, which is pretty cool. It starts out talking about his influences, and I don't think it's a coincidence that the very first one they show is Jack Kirby. Because when I look at Bruce Timm's stuff, I feel like there is a lot of Jack Kirby influence in his work. But just to show you who he cites as his is Kirby, Harvey Kurtzman, who I think is like a Kurtzman. He's definitely more like that cartoon strip type of artist. He cites John Buscema, Wally Wood, Alex Toth, who's a space ghost artist. He cites Frazetta. He cites Frazetta for like the like action lines. Jim Steranko, Dan DiCarlo, Archie guy. And like his come up was in animation. So he started with like some early animation work, right? Working for Warner Brothers. And like his before the animated series came out, that was like some early style of Batman that he did. That was like a proposal that he put for a book that didn't get accepted back in the day. He said then he started to get influenced by like pulp magazine style, which you could totally see that. But yeah, man, once he got onto the Warner Brothers game, he got his teeth wet and got his foot in the door with Tiny Toons, right? So Tiny Toons Adventures was his main. That was like his big break. And then he got the opportunity to do the Batman cartoon. And I think Bruce Timm deserves mucho credit, bro, for when you think of like, you know, this mainstream Marvel movies now and, you know, the DC movies and all that, like Bruce Timm's DC animated stuff was a big part of like that stepping stone of getting superheroes mainstream, dude. And because Batman 89, like this Batman cartoon with the darker tone, like the tone is pretty, for a children's animated series, the Batman animated series is like fairly, oh, I don't want to say adult themed because it's still like a kid's cartoon, but yo, it debuted in prime time on Fox. So like, you know, it wasn't like some chintzy kids cartoon. And that was 1990. That was only 1 year after the Batman '89, Michael Keaton movie. So as far as like bringing that darker tone to Batman mainstream, he's got a big part to do with it. And then his Batman animated shit evolved into the Superman animated stuff, and then the Justice League animated stuff, and like I felt like it was all handled with like kind of respect for the properties. You know what I mean? And stylistically, I still think to this day he nailed the tone of Batman and the Rogues Gallery. Maybe still better than anyone. Like making Gotham City like this. It's almost like a city outside of time. Like it looks like it's old 1930s, 40s design, but it's also like kind of futuristic in its technology. So it's like this weird, you could never pin a date on the world of Gotham City, like from the animation. And I think that's why it holds up. It's like kind of timeless because of that little weird world outside of time, that he created. Yeah. It's still a high watermark for Batman. Absolutely. It really is. Yep. For comics becoming mainstream, the animated series was a big deal. Yeah. Way more influential than the X-Men cartoon. Like, I know people love that 90s X-Men animated series, and it was cool and all, but it was not as impactful. It wasn't as well done as Batman. He created Harley Quinn. Remember this guy? After the animated series, after season 1 of the animated series, he went on and did Freakazoid. I think that only lasted a season or two, but he did Freakazoid. Oh, let's see. We got some Batman movie rankings. For John, it goes Batman, Master of the Phantasm, The Dark Knight, and then Lego Batman. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. D-Runk disagrees. NYC disagrees. Honestly, my Batman movies goes Batman The Dark Knight Returns. Is that the name of it? Batman Dark Knight Returns? Heath Ledger Joker. I do put that as the best Batman movie. It's mostly because of Heath Ledger Joker. I mean, I gotta admit. Because I'm not a big fan of Christian Bale's Batman, I gotta say. But it's good script, it's good action, I like the tone of it. It's, you know what I'm saying? The Dark Knight is my number 1 Batman movie. My number 2 Batman movie, which for some reason doesn't get as enough respect as it deserves, is Batman Returns. Batman Returns is my number 2 Batman movie. It's my number 2 DC movie overall. I'm such a big fan of that flick. And talk about tone. The art direction of that movie is nuts. And Michelle Pfeiffer's portrayal of Catwoman in that movie, if that shit came out today, that performance probably would have been as highly touted as Heath Ledger Joker. Let me say that again. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman portrayal is, I think, deserving of, and I think it would, in the current, now that people respect superhero movies, would have been highly touted like Heath Ledger's Joker. She nails that fucking Catwoman performance of making her like a sympathetic kind of character, but a badass and kind of crazy, and she looked fantastic. Fucking excellent. DeVito's Penguin is nuts. It's like people didn't know how to take that movie. They had there's like the controversy with McDonald's making toys over it, and they thought it was gonna be like some campy Batman shit. And then you watch the movie, and the Penguin bites that dude's nose off, and he's eating raw fish, and he's being like kind of like there's like undertone to him being like a sexual creep. It's amazing, bro. And Michael Keaton as looks great in the cowl. He doesn't move around great; he's kind of stiff, but he plays Batman great. Anyway, Christopher Walken is the low point of the movie, and when Walken is the low point, you know the shit's pretty good. Yes, he kills in it. I think we need to calm down. When people get caught up about if Batman kills in a movie, that movie's trash because Batman killed somebody. Batman doesn't kill. It's so contrary to the core of the character. Da-da-da-da-da. Look, I get it. It is contrary to the source material, but it's not enough to ruin a movie. And, Batman's just a little more unhinged in those movies. Fuck it. Still a good movie. Because he bombs a couple guys, a couple clown goons in that movie. But, we ain't gonna, it's fine. That movie's turned up, dude. The movie's just turned up. Anyway, the score is fantastic. It's all fantastic. What else did I want to show you from this Bruce Timm book? See, when you look at a panel like this, I really see the Kirby influence in a panel like that. Like, look at the hands. This guy's hands and the blocky nature of the characters. Like, you can wicked see Kirby influence in his shit. And he just found, like, a really cool style that, I think was really channeling Kirby and channeling old, like, pulp art and sleek design and put that shit mainstream animated series. And it tells the story, too, of how hard he would fight to make that cartoon, the Batman animated series, as like, because it does have a dark tone, and there's moments where it kind of has mature themes in it. And Bruce Timm is the main guy that was responsible for pushing. He said that show he used to hear from the censor. He had a name for it, but like the rights and practices or whatever the hell. He said every episode they would have a notes about this and that, and you can't do this. This is a kid's cartoon. You can't do that. And he was like, fight for the right to party on that shit. He would really push for that show to have the tone that it had. And he was like, I think we could still deliver an appropriate kids cartoon, like cartoon that could be aired on Fox Kids, but still have it just be quality. And he would cite like old Warner Brothers Looney Tunes stuff as being kids cartoons, but there was kind of like some higher level concepts there, and they pushed the envelope a little bit. And the classical music that was put into it, like old school Warner Brothers and Looney Tunes shit, was pretty high level. So he kept on saying how he wanted to keep in the tradition of Warner Brothers. So I give much props to Bruce Timm, bro. I'm a big fan of his. S&P, Standards and Practices. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I probably should be showing you more pages of this book. There's a section towards that I'm going to get to in a second. It says, oh yeah, he does comics too. Yes, he does. Let's not forget the Mad Love comic that he did. There's some cover thumbnails. Black Panther. A rejected cover of Mad Love that he did. Here's a version of Etrigan the Demon. Apparently, he had a little Fantastic Four run that I was not aware of until I read this book. I don't know how long it went, but it was called... what was the name of it? Some kind of Fantastic Four run that he did. There's the Preacher, Jesse Custer, and Tulip. Fantastic Four. Oh, and the Avengers. Just checking out the chat. Peace out, Kavi. Thanks, GP. Okay, let's get to the backside art gallery in color. So there's some example of, his female anatomy stuff. Oh, the sun's starting to hit me. So here's some Bruce Timm gallery stuff. We got this, some fantasy, horror. Like, he does a lot of the genres really well. That's a cool piece. Some, I don't know, witch, vampire type action. Kind of looks like a va-va-voom version of, Sabrina. No, there's no nudity, though. It doesn't get graphic like that. Look at this Hulk. Look at that Hulk. That's fantastic. Who's that? Is that Enchantress, I think? I think that would be Enchantress. Oh, Simeon. I've heard Simeon say that he's not a Bruce Timm fan. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. He's more than just female pinup, man. He was the art director of the Batman animated series. In a very distinct style. Look at this Emma Frost. Pretty dope. Wendy. I know you're not a hater, Simeon. I know. But I'm just saying. I think this shit is top shelf. And it's like in the way that he streamlines the art, it's like he's a real example of a less is more kind of guy. Like, if you got the right lines in your work, you can still accomplish a lot just using the lines that you need. And I am a sucker for pinup, like a 50s style pinup stuff. So that was the book that I picked up. I picked up the Bruce Timm Masterworks book. I caught the Batman Mask of the Phantasm, signed, mind you. I'm not going to go nuts with signed books, but I did come to the conclusion that I think it would be cool to have a row on my wall of like just some of my favorite artists signed. And Bruce Timm would definitely be on there. Darwin Cook definitely on there. I got my Steranko. I'm thinking maybe Neil Adams. Maybe Alex Ross. I would too, JoJo. I was looking at some. And boy, they ain't cheap, man. And it's kind of crazy with Timm because, like, he has that real minimalist style. So it's like, man, you have this real, like, minimal bust of Batman or, like, a Catwoman or whatever. And it's like, a couple grand or whatever. And you're like, Jesus, there's not much to it. It's distinctly his style, but it's like, man, he probably whipped that out pretty quick. And you're charging a lot for it. So that's my Bruce Timm stuff. He's the man. I enjoy his stuff. We got the slab. How about I just show you? And if the magic lasso, A-OK, of course. Got my vigilante run looking primo. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. One book per favorite artist, and have that. That would be a dope little like row on my wall of just like a sig of all my faves. You know, that might be in the cards. You know what I mean? Bill Sienkiewicz would be a good one. You know. All right, I'm just gonna show you some quick. Sorry if the glare thing. Whoops. I'm just gonna show you guys some quick. Because I got a bunch of shit from the flea market. But I'll show you some of the highlights that I have already rebagged, inboarded. And then I'm gonna vamoose and get out of here, okay? Neil Adams is supposed to be a dick to deal with. That's what to say. I mean, I had an interaction with him at a con, and he wasn't so bad. He's just a little militant in his pricing. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't find him to be unpleasant at all, really. Yeah, I do kind of have there's a little bit of a story that goes with it. But overall, I don't think that he went bad on me at all. Peace out, Simeon. Enjoy the day, dude. Big O. I'm about to show a couple. I didn't really show much of the flea market haul, and I'm probably not going to because it's a big box of stuff, and I wanted to just make this video about these things. But I'll give you a little sneak peek of some of the cooler stuff I think that I got, and I'm out of here. And the lighting is really bothering me on this window. Yeah. I made Neil. The short end of that story is, Neil Adams is the proud owner of a Batman 251 facsimile with Biggie Shaq's name on it. That he signed it, and then I let him keep it. I just bounced because I didn't know he was charging so much for it. Anyway, so speaking of Neil Adams, the first Neil Adams cover on Tomahawk, I guess, right here on the series. Some 12 cent, right? 12 cent? 25 cent. DC, unexpected. She's tucking the baby in, but there's a creeper in the window. The Edge of Madness. Pretty cool. I got another unexpected number 135. I'm going to hide in my treehouse, and Mom will never find me again. Well, did you know there's a big hairy beast in your treehouse, dude? I don't know. Pretty wild. We got some Adam Strange. Look at this dude's dome piece. What the hell? The weapon that swallowed men. I'm not going to go there. But there's this dude vacuuming him up. But look at the design of these guys with the square heads. Pretty crazy. I like that book. I don't know who the cover artist is on this, but damn, that's a banging Adam Strange Adventures. Look at that. Blast off from Earth. Destination Ran. 25 trillion miles away. That's pretty deep. Let's see who did the cover art. Infantino. Is this Infantino? I do agree. Infantino was a master. Mike Sabowski and Frank Giscoa. Sounds like a couple of good Italian boys. But I don't know if that's the cover artist or not. But either way, this is 1969, and the condition on these is really nice. But wait till I show you the last couple. Tomahawk, some more Tomahawk, Neil Adams. The Stallions of Death. Look at him. There's two horses. That's pretty wild. Look at that. Look what's really happening on this cover. You got Homeboy in the back telling the horses to bounce in different directions, and his arms are tied to them. And I think he's trying to get like the horses to rip his arms off, which is a pretty gully situation. You know what I mean? Thanks, Jambo, for stopping by. Yeah, it's like a strongman competition. Yeah. It is something like that. Okay, these last three books I'm going to show you guys is some Archie-related stuff. They're all from 1960. They're 1960 10 centers. And bro, the condition on these is really something else. We got Pep 142, where she's saying, Archie and Jughead do wonderful bird imitations, Daddy. What bird would you like them to imitate? And he said a homing pigeon, as in scram, go home. But look how clean that is. Wowzers. Super clean copy. And then I also got some Betty and Veronica's. Right? And also, like, man, just like nice copies. And this one's probably the coolest one. I don't know what's going on it, but there's like a devil, maybe a devil lady approaching them or something like that. Archie's girls, Betty and Veronica, equally clean copy, you know. Yeah, man. So that's the deal. Yo, aggressively, when are you gonna do your live stream, man? I was looking out for it. Yeah. What up, Vancouver? Thanks, man. Yeah, those Archies, I couldn't leave them there. I'm like, man, they're like in really nice. I don't usually see them, you know, in such good condition. So that was cool. All right, guys, I think I'm going to get out of here. I got some afternoon errands to take care of. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Jambo, GP, Aaron, Aggressively, Chris Barrett, JoJo, Jackson, Big F, the whole gang, Mag Musings, you know, Bake. You guys are awesome. D-Runk, yep, I'm about to. Thunderhouse. Oh, dude. You watched it? Oh, my God. I got to talk to you about that. I'm glad you did. Good stuff. And oh, aggressively, I saw you went live yesterday. It was like for like 3 minutes, and then some crazy noise happened, and then it cut out. I was like, dude, did your computer just explode? Anyway, I wouldn't mind seeing a full deal aggressively home. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Sorry for the rambling here at the end. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace.